definitely. That definitely, you know. Hold on a sec. You look good. Hi, Shadow. Okay. Hi, JD Dizzy. What's up? Shadow, do you want to open your gates? I'm doing okay, Byron. I'm doing good. No, you're all good. Let's see. So I had an interesting comment on my YouTube 10-year reflectory video. I got one of those comments today, and I was like, I expected it, you know? As much as I want to ignore it, I know it's inevitable. I know I'm gonna get those people constantly talking about me. I have to accept it. Like every time I go on YouTube, it's like, in a minute I'm finished. Okay. So I was gonna say, I'm gonna say this in my video that I'm gonna be addressing. So I'm gonna be addressing the Joy-Con boys. And I know you're like, you're better off ignoring and blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what, guys? I need to address this because this has been going on long enough for 4 years. You know, these guys need to, like, leave me the hell alone at this point. It's like, I can only ignore for so long, and like, you know what? I just need to come forward and just tell them guys to just stop. Like, it's time to stop. Like, that's the reality. It's like, guys, it's time to move on from the drama from 2017. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there are days where I look back at 2016 and I'm like, did 2016 really happen? And I'm like, yeah, that really fucking happened. And I'm like, you know what? We need to just put what's in the past, and leave it be. Like, that's the moral of the story. Like, artsy parquet floor. Yeah, I'll get it. What's this? Orange mold flooring? Yeah, I'll get that. So, I know, like, essentially, like, these guys are like that kid. My best analogy is that these people that keep, like, pestering me, they're like a kid sitting behind you on an air flight. So I'm on this air flight every time I stream. And what'll happen is, I'll just stream, mind my own business, doing my own thing. And, like, these guys are basically the kid in the back of the seat behind you, just kicking your chair and be like, smiling and be like, I don't care, you don't like this, I'm just gonna keep doing it. And they're just gonna keep doing it. And, you know, I have a couple ways I can handle it. I can ignore it, which is generally what I like to do, because it's just too much energy for me to really go out of my way to, like, care at this point. Because, again, it's 2021, you know, guys, move on from the drama. And then the other thing is I could just simply tell them to stop. Granted, like, I know if I tell these people to stop, they're just gonna keep doing it. There's nothing I can do to tell them to stop. They're just gonna keep doing it. I know you'd probably prompt me with, well, if you know they're gonna keep doing it, even though... You know they're gonna keep doing it, even though they're not gonna stop. I think the thing is, like, maybe I just want to feel some level of, what's the word I'm looking for? Closure. Like, that's my thing. It's like, I just want to get closure from this. Like, you know, I have to confess, like, when what's-his-name passed away, and he was bullied so much, I thought in my head, you know what? Hopefully these people learn that bullying is wrong, and, you know, the people doing the clown emojis were horrible people. I would not... like... 1000% truth from my words. Like, you can't, like, unless someone's gonna pull my narrative, but I'm telling you, like, straight up, like, I was not a fan of that. I did not like that. And that was just completely uncalled for when that happened. And I just look back on it, and I'm like, well, YouTube unfortunately has a problem of stopping people from doing that. And, you know, there's nothing that can be done. All you can do at the end of the day is grow thick skin, and I wish this person just grew thicker skin and just, you know, trucked on. Like, that's basically all you can do at the end of the day. It's like, you know, people aren't nice to you, you don't like them, and I don't know if you've ever, you know, obviously the age-old saying is, sticks and stones break my bones, and that's definitely very true. Like, unless you let the words affect you, which in reality they don't. They should not affect you. You know, words do not really affect you at all. Don't let what someone says negatively affect you. That's my takeaway from all of this, is like, do you want flowers to decorate? Sure. You know, I'm sure Shadow, you know, Shadow Avalon, aka Seiren's been really helpful. Like, you know, he's just a really amazing guy that just, like, comes to my streams throughout this whole, like, situation. And, it's really wonderful that I have people like, Saren slash Shadow Avalon, come and be supportive. And people like Byron asking how my day is, and JD Dizzy, and all these people, like, still be nice to me. Amidst all of the, rumors and lies that were basically said in that stream. Nothing in that stream was true, by the way. I don't know if anyone watched the stream. I mean, I did, and I'm not gonna lie, when I watched it, I got, like, severe stomach pain. Just because of how, like, how volatile it was. And I just, like, my boyfriend at the time made a couple of jokes. He was like, so is that guy gonna get a seizure or, like, freaking aneurysm that's screaming the whole time? And I was like, yeah, probably. Like, he'll probably, like, fall down over from, like, screaming all the time. Like, that's just, that's a little ridiculous. I mean, I'll just even say it here, like, I have never, nor have I ever, sucked dick for a Switch. So I just want to put that forward. Like, I know people, like, made that rumor. I kind of think that's, like, the most homophobic thing ever. And I kind of wish I admitted to Tipster in that interview that it was homophobic, because it is. But I just, maybe I said that at the time because I didn't want you-know-who to fire back and say, oh, you think I'm homophobic because I'm Jamaican. And I'd be like, well, considering the history that your country has and the way that you've acted, the shoe fits! Like, that's basically how I feel. Like, you know, like... And I feel like my feelings are valid, you know? Like, I cannot hide how I feel, and I can't hide my intuition when my intuition is telling me something. And even my brother and all his friends were like, you know, Nick, that is the most homophobic thing that's ever been allowed on the YouTube sphere. So... Oh, you'll just come and give me the flowers. Oh, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I can do that. Since you're friends with me, I'll just open my gates, I'm feeling good, you know, a little, I definitely got a lot of sleep. I just, you know, it's just been a lot going through lately, and I just want to get back to where I was before and just get my life back on course. Well, since he didn't give me a gift, he clearly didn't like it. Okay, Bill. So I'm gonna open my gate shortly. You can't file a DMCA takedown because someone uses a clip of your video. It's only copyright infringement if they upload your whole video. You could get sued by making a... You can still retract the claim. Yeah, I do appreciate Keemstar. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I need to open gates. Actually, Tipster took down that video. I think he unlisted this video. Yeah. Invite via dodo code. All my friends. Okay, there we go. Nothing. That's a good one. Yeah. Nice.
This audio clip to present about Isaiah Square John's behavior. This is the last thing, and before I play it, I personally don't care who couldn't pay their events. The deal was manipulated by Square Johns, and it turned horribly sour, and I believe it after uncovering everything that I have. Anyway, onto the audio clip. Just remember what I said. I'm neutral, but I'm semi-supportive of this, at the very least.
Back in 2011 at New York City Comic Con, he seemed like someone who knows a lot of people within the video game community. He made a lot of promises to me about bridging connections within the video game community and networking. He asked me to pay for 2 plane flights for him, one for a pro player of his in Empire Arcadia, and one for him to get out of Paris, France. He promised to pay me back, and he promised to give me all these connections that fell through. He lied about everything. I confronted him on the Switch Line launch. He played it off that he didn't owe me anything because of how the situation that he was in. Then after the Switch launch, he bribed a little kid to go on a live stream and tell people how inappropriate I was, but it was all a lie, to basically make me look bad. And that is Triforce, aka Square, the sociopath of who he is.
Yep, basically. Yeah. Someone's leaving. Aw, it's pretty. Okay, I'll. It'll work. Won't be much longer. Oh, hi. So have you moved on? I mean, Gaston, I expected better from you, man. Like, the whole, like, eviscerated joke. I was like, can we just keep that to 2017, man? Like, can we move on? Can we please just move the on? Please? For, like, not just me, but, like, for you, like, to not bring it up anymore? Okay. So, I mean, if you watched through that entire eviscerated video, and you actually, like, did your research, you would have been like, so let me get this straight. This guy is pissed off because he got confronted on the launch line for owing money, so he basically got everyone riled up to be like, I don't like this guy, I don't like this guy, I don't like this guy. And then the gall to have a kid come on the stream and lie. Now, I'll say this. Do I know for a fact that so-and-so hired this kid to say this stuff? To be fair, you know, to give him benefit of the doubt, I don't. But considering how everything played out, I have no gumption not to think that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you allowed someone to make that kind of lie up, and you played it along, and you didn't disavow it, I think you would side with me and be like, well, I do allow this kid to lie. Like, and even Keemstar was like, you should have posted a retraction video. And he's like, still like, oh, well, the kid went on Twitter. He did it. I don't have to worry about it. It's like, still should have posted a retraction video. I mean, to be fair, this guy will get off with nothing. He's not going to learn anything from it. You know, like, this is the kind of guy that people, like, will deal with. Like, he's a manipulator. He uses people. He gets what he wants. And, you know, when he's done with them, he throws them aside, and that's it. So, and you know, after that Switch launch line, I just look at that whole situation and I'm like, wow, what did you really gain from that? I mean, you supposedly got up to 32k, and then you dropped to 29k. Your channel's dead. I remember I was so lost on what to do, like, a month after I got it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. Oh yeah, the entire stream was just a shit show of like problems. It was just basically, it was all manufactured by that one guy. It was just, I'm pissed off because he called me out for owing him money. Like, and Frag Ninja knows because he's helping me out with the video to address the Joy-Con boys. Because like, to be honest, like, I don't care if they want to support Etika's afterlife in remembering him. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I hope like one day if I'm gone, like maybe people will remember me for more positive things than negative things. I don't know. But you know, I do think it's cool that they remember him in a very positive light, despite the fact that he had like several mental breakdowns and it was really sad. You know, I know I'm not supposed to criticize the dead and that's negative, but I will say, I just really wish that he was able to like control his inner demons. Like, that's what I wanted for him. Like, I wanted him to just like understand, you know, the world is cruel. The world is a very cruel place. And if you mess up, people will be right behind you. Like that kid in that chair that I made the analogy of, like the kid in the chair of the airplane. And they'll just keep kicking you in the back of your chair to remind you of it. And, you know, people would probably constantly remind him, they would have probably reminded him for the rest of his life. Kind of sad they would, but they would remind him constantly of his breakdowns. I'm sure of it. Like, there are people. Me? I'm like, sucks you went through that, but I don't want any part. Like, just leave me alone. I want to do my own thing, you know? I just want to be left alone. It's kind of sad that, like, in 2021, there would still be people following me around, talking about me on Twitter or YouTube. Hey, Willow, what's up? Willow TV. It's like, I knew internet culture never forgets. I get that. But what I don't understand is, like, why internet culture is so obsessed over something that happened 4 years ago. You know, people move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you made an embarrassing spill of yourself. Ha 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 ha. And then you move on. Like, you don't obsess over something, like, all the time. Right? Like, I hope people don't. I hope people learn to move on. I really hope for their sake, but, you know, I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, that's basically where I'm at now, you know what? I'm just gonna do my own thing. I have to just, like, Frag Ninja is definitely awesome. Yeah, unfortunately that's true, like, you know, I agree and disagree with that. I kind of more so disagree. To be completely upfront, Gaston, while some people might know me as that, just based on that video alone, not that much, just trying to look for an anime to watch, okay. Like, looking back on that situation, I feel like there are people that have learned to move on, but I was in, like, Tipster's, Discord, and there was a guy that literally was there in 2017, and he was waiting, supposedly, until I would plop up in Tipster's Discord, just to shoot the whole suck dick for a Switch thing in the Discord. And I'm like, my jaw just dropped, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, and even, like, all my friends, like, they asked me, so what's this from, Nick? And I'm like, and I showed the video and everything, and I explained everything. Oh, yeah, Shadow, I know if someone uploaded it. I mean, I've tried to kick it down, and I'm like, I'm at this point, Shadow, where, like, if they upload it again, I don't give... Like, if I try to keep shooting it down, they're just gonna keep re-uploading it. I have to just move on at this point. That's where I'm at. Like, this is my whole journey this year, is just learning to move on from drama. It's like, yeah, I know, it's back on YouTube. There's nothing I can do about it. Hell, they're gonna post it, they're gonna... Hey, like, you know what's funny? It's similar to the Billy Mitchell situation with Apollo Legend. Like, Billy tried to shoot down Apollo Legend's, it looks so purple, yes you do. They tried to shoot down, Apollo Legend's video on Billy Mitchell, and Billy Mitchell tried the whole lawsuit angle. No, I never switched I never switched for the Switch, Gaston. I'll even say this in the video, but, like, I've never switched for the Switch. First off, I knew I was gay at a pretty young age. Like, you know, unfortunately, like, my interactions with the person that made these rumors, honestly, he's very homophobic. And I know he would pull the, "you're saying that because I'm Jamaican" stereotype card. I'm sure he would say that, but to be honest, considering, my interactions with him and the way he is, he generally is not... he's not very pro-gay. Like, I don't know if you've ever, like, associated with him, but, like, my interactions with him, he's just very, like... I mean, maybe his viewpoints has changed, obviously, as time goes on, but my interactions with him have never been positive amongst LGBT topics. Granted, I've never really, like, made it my mission in life to talk about him with LGBT stuff because, you know, I wasn't out in 2014, you know, and then 2017, he just basically was like, "Guys, he's gay!" And then I just reacted, "So? Is that a big problem for you?" Oh yeah, Gaston, like, the whole, like, switching for the Switch thing, and the stomach jokes, I don't know if I've told anyone, but I've suffered from gallstone and kidney stones, and on that Switch launch line, we ate a lot of pizza and garbage, and so, you know, if you eat a lot of that crap, it's like your oil is gonna back up into your gallbladder, and you're gonna make stones, and, you know, coupled with that, and the stress that he was putting me through over him refusing to admit the mistake, that was what was riling me up. Oh, did you seriously take that up, Saren? Put that back. Thank you. Unless you were just planning, then I'll let it go. But yeah, yes, it was. And... it's okay, Byron, you know, it's in the past, it happened, you know. I accept that, you wanted the roses together? Okay. I accept that basically people will just see me as the eviscerated legacy, but you wanna know something? Hi, Veronica. You wanna know something, Gaston? Here's the funny thing, like, there are people that have way bigger skills than I do. They fall down, and they just completely... and they make a fool of themselves, or they do something intentionally that makes a fool of themselves, or, you know what I'm saying? Like they do something that unintentionally brings into question what's going on, and with them as a person, a human being. And, you know, and I look at my situation, and I'm like, you know what? It's really not that bad. They make it look as bad as it is, but it really isn't. And, the thing is, like, you know, he was just so desperate to gain views, subs, and money that he just was like, "Oh my god, I'm rich! Screw this guy!" And, you know, in the interviews, he'd still play victim. He'd still be like, "Oh, I don't have any money. He's asking me for money when I don't have money." And it's like, you're missing the point. He betrayed my trust. He, you know, you'll make a new island? Okay. It's like, I don't know how many times I can say it, like, all I wanted from him was just honesty. Like, even though I know I said to him, I believe he claims I said that he could pay me back whenever I wanted. So let's go and give him the benefit. I don't remember if I had said that to him, but let's just say, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Even if someone says that to you, and they lend you money, you should not leave them hanging. Like, that's not the point of what that is. That's just like, you know what? The point of the person that they're saying that is, I acknowledge that you're going through a hard time, so I'm gonna let you work things out, but I expect you to do your due diligence. I expect you to do your due diligence and update me on the situation. And he never did that. He never did that. And I kept emailing him over and over, and he kept giving me the same broken record story of, I can't do this right now. And then supposedly he busted on the line that he was homeless. And I'm like, well, I never knew that until you told me now. So now I'm just supposed to be, like, the worst person on earth because you told me you're homeless, like, right now, like, that you now are? Like, the communication with this guy is horrible. Like, I tried so hard, but it's like, he would never get back to me. And it was just like, man, like, just tell me. Just tell me. And I just, I look at his channel now. I'm watching Sully K and One Piece. Nice. I look at his channel now, and the last time, let's see something. I don't know if this was true, but did your Twitter get suspended because you made fun of... No. I'm gonna just tell you right there, Gaston. So, someone was catfishing me. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but I think I might have told this to a friend of mine because he actually confronted me. He came up to me. So my Twitter never got suspended because that was not my Twitter. Someone was pretending to be. It's very easy to catfish people online. I don't know if you know this, Gaston, but all you need to do is just screenshot someone's face, throw it up on Twitter, and pretend to be someone. And that's what this person did. They pretended to be me, and they just decided that they wanted to kick up drama about Etika's mental health. And I was just like, dude, leave the guy alone. Like, yeah, I get it. I don't like that he did that video. We get it. Like, the world gets it. Everybody knows. Like, I'm not going to hold back in saying that video was completely disgusting to me, and I did not approve of that. But just because I did not approve of his video does not mean I wanted to see him pass away, did not mean I want to see his YouTube career fall to the wayside. He did that on his own, man. Like, he needed to just take his therapy, take his medications, talk to whoever he needs to talk to, and figure things out for himself. But he didn't, and that was his fault, not mine. Okay? I don't know how much more I can, like, say about this situation, and I really sometimes wish that people would just leave me alone at this point, but I know it's just gonna keep going. I just have to suck it up and just keep walking through, you know? And, I never made a Twitter making fun of his mental health. Like, I will give it to you straight. Like, I'm looking at you dead in the eye. Like, you want to hook me up to a lie detector test. I was like, I would never do that to someone. I was like, you can say what you want about me on the Switch launch line. You can say whatever you want about me being gay, fine. But I would never make fun of someone's mental health. I can't say that enough. And when I saw his mental health spill, I knew what was going down. I knew he was just, like, inevitably falling down the rabbit hole. Because I've had friends who have gone down that situation, and it's not pretty. It's one of the most scariest things that you can do to yourself, and you can do to your family and friends. It's very scary. So, Gaston, I hope that answers your question if you're still here. No, I did not make that. That was not my Twitter profile. That was someone pretending to be me. They were catfishing me, and they were doing it for a laugh. And they basically wanted to throw me under the bus, that situation. I don't know how much more I can really go on talking about it, because I feel like I've talked about it enough at this point. But, but just stick around. I'm going to make a video addressing the drama from 2017. Hopefully one last time. I really hope I don't have to keep ever talking about it ever again, And if someone asks about that drama, I'm just going to divert them to that video. I'm like, oh, you want to know everything about that? Yeah, I was confused too. I mean, essentially, from what I saw, he got all turned up over the N-word. And I saw that, and I was like, it's just a word, buddy. Like, just I wanted to like, reach out my hand and to, like, pat him on the shoulder and be like, it's just a word, move on. Like, I know that sounds rough for you. I don't know why. Like, I just didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand why he was so, like, turned up over it. I guess because the word has so much history? I mean, there's the derogatory F word for gay people, and some people try to own it like certain black people try to own the N word. And I'm like, can we just agree it's a bad word and we should just not use it? Like, that's just my personal opinion. Like, you want to go around slinging the word like it's no big deal? Okay, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would not do it. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't. Like, I don't care what race you are or what orientation you are. Probably just a good idea to leave that out. Funny story. So I use this app called Scruff sometimes, and there was this guy. He's black, and he tried to convince me I should call him the N-word. And I was just like, no. I was like, I feel really uncomfortable you want me to call you that. I was like, I can't do that, man. No. If that gets you off, like, that's great, but I really just, no. I can't really condone that. Again, like, I can only go through so much myself that I have to just walk away from things, you know? Or that's how I felt like with that whole drama. Like, no joke, like, that is why I took the social media break when I did. And I did this year too, you know, because of all this, because it can be very stressful when you see it. But sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath and just be like, you know what? Life keeps going. Nothing ever stops for anyone. And, you know, once something is done, it's out there, and there's nothing you can do to change it. You just have to accept with what happened and move on. You know? And I think, like, that was really the big takeaway, I think, when it came to the whole Etika drama of the mental breakdowns. I think he had a really tough time moving on from his past mistakes. And I see it, and I feel really sorry for him. Like, how more else can you, like, frame that? Like, tell me you did not feel sorry for him, because I felt sorry for him. I felt very sorry for him, you know? And I mean that with the utmost, and I'm not saying that facetiously or sarcastically. I know my Asperger's / autism sometimes gives people the wrong opinion about what I'm saying, because I know that sometimes when I say certain things, sometimes my sarcasm and genuineness are, like, at the same level, and some people assume I'm saying one thing when I mean another, and I just want to give it straight, like, I know, pun intended, because I'm not straight, but I want to give it straight, like, I would never condone harassing someone of mental health. I would never condone making fun of someone or doing clown emojis on someone's stream. That's just, like, crappy. You know, do I imagine that there are probably people that still hate me that probably are going to take my words out of context and they're going to fling them in my face? Yeah, probably, unfortunately. I think that that's a big problem I have. You know, I just want to sit down and have a conversation. Granted, I know that's very 13 Reasons Why, but, you know, that is a true statement, even if that series is a freaking train wreck. But I do think people should sit down and just have a conversation, and you'd be surprised how much would just be settled over just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people just took their time out of the day, and instead of just yelling and doing this, that, and the other thing, they just take their time, and they're just like, you know what, let's have a talk. But, you know, it's too easy to stereotype. It's too easy to make assumptions. It's too easy to point and blame someone as the victim. Like, that's the problem in our society. We're like, especially with this virus that's going around, this pandemic, there are too many people like, oh, you did this, oh, you did that, oh, and people are just shouting and screaming everywhere. And I'm like, you know what? Just do your own thing. Just do your own thing. Like, should we get so obsessed? No. We shouldn't. And that's, kinda... What's Obsidian saying? Okay. I think, if I remember correctly, that looks like a fake. I want to look closer look. Yeah, those eyebrows, those are too raised. Yeah, I agree, Gaston. It was really confusing. Like, I don't understand why people were, saying RIP and still doing the clown emojis. That was just sad, man. That was really sad. You know, the sad thing about that whole Eviscerate video, I was gonna go to E3 as media badge that year. But maybe, like, the perspective is, maybe I just didn't need it as badly as I thought I did. You know, maybe I just wanted something, I wanted to, you know... Like, I think if you were on that Switch launch line, a lot of people saw a potential in their breakouts, and I'm sure that's a game. I don't doubt that, you know, people could have made their breakouts on their channel. Most people did not, and I do kind of credit that Evisceration stream as the downfall for a lot of people, because it really didn't do any really big favors for people. Like, yeah, they got their shoutouts, they got their 15 minutes of fame, but once they got it, what did they get after that? I mean, let's go through all the channels that joined in that stream. Gabe's channel's not doing so hot, it's doing kind of mediocre at best. Alex, you know, he blew weed, and then now he's trying to make a comeback, and he's still kind of, like, middling success at this point. You know, maybe he might make a comeback, although I have to say, I really hope Alex breaks through with the whole, like, Nintendo New York content, because, you know, you can only make so many videos going to the Nintendo New York store, man. There are so many more, there are way more video game stores in New York than just Nintendo New York. Like, and I just don't get that. Like, why do you only focus on that store? I get that it's the biggest store ever, but I think he could do other stores. He could do J&L, he could do the bookstore, he could do... I mean, I guess if he wants to do the home GameStop, like, if he wants to be known as the guy that goes to, like, video game stores, he could definitely be that guy. I could see that. I think that'd be really cool. I think he needs to expand his horizon. That's my problem. No pun intended, because this game is named New Horizons, but I think he needs to expand his horizons to just going to that store. Don't misunderstand me. That Nintendo New York store is, like, awesome, and maybe you could make, like, a lot of videos on it. But if that's all you're known for is just the guy that goes to the Nintendo New York store, and you can't trade if it's faked, which is rigged. Red... Yeah, there we go. Polygon. This is the famous painting. I have therapy at 1, so... Yeah, it's definitely fake. Yeah, the eyebrows are raised. I knew it. No. Which one is this? Detailed painting. Okay, let's go to detailed painting. Oh, it's fake. It's fake. I see it, because it doesn't have the little, like, the insignia thingy, the little Asian trademark thing. I can't tell if it's Japanese or Chinese. It's just some Asian thing. That's all I know. Don't blow your smokes about me, guys. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what culture it is. I guess it's it looks Japanese to me if I had to take a guess. That also is fake. It doesn't have the flower in it. No. Oh, all of it's fake. That's sad. Suit yourself. Yeah, dude, you're fake. Get out of here. So don't go to Reds today. Sorry, 3 fake, 1 real. Unfortunately, Shadow, all of those were fake. Well, JD Dizzy, I have the internet at my disposal, so I just decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to, I really should, like, demolish one of those staircases and just make one for Red's boat area. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, maybe I'll demolish that one over there. Thank you for the compliment, though. I will have to get ready. I have therapy at 1. So, Saren, if you're still on my island, I'm gonna have to kick you off. So, guys, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. I have a video that I plan to address the drama from 4 years ago. Again. Because I figured, why not? You know, there's nothing else going on during this pandemic that I can't really overcome at this point. That I can't, like, take my mind and use what I need to do. So, I'm just gonna learn to move on from these, you know, like, you know, even if, like, the majority of the internet just knows me as that person, and if you type in my old channel name, it will always just come up as eviscerated over and over again, and, that is basically what I remembered from those fanboys. I'm just gonna take that with a grain of salt and be like, you know what? That's what they're gonna remember me for. I can't control that what they think and feel. Like, you know, maybe that was my problem. I was too obsessed with trying to control what other people think about me, and I just have to learn to let things go on that end. Like, I can't change how someone feels, you know? I can't play the YouTube game that way. I can't. You know, that's just how life goes. So, it's what it is, you know? You learn to deal with your mistakes. I think, like, things in life happen for a reason, unfortunately. You know, I don't know if I think I said this in my videos, like, in life, the only thing you really can do is react to things that happen. Like, things happen, you react to it. And that's more than you can do at any given day. Like, you can use your gumption, you can use your wits, you can be smart, and, you know, hell, you can be the smartest person on earth and still fail. But at the end of the day, you have to learn to deal with failure. Like, there's a video by Chubby Emu. He made a really great video talking about, you know, if you don't fail at one point in your life, you're gonna fail. Like, just expect it. Like, expect you're gonna fail, you're gonna fall flat on your face, you're gonna get down on yourself, and it's gonna happen. You know, no one likes failure. Failure is very disgusting and gross, and no one really talks about their failures. They rather focus on their successes. And I think what can define you better than your success is actually overcoming failure. Like, that's just legit. Like, people will go through a situation that can really traumatize them or make or break them, and at the end of the day, it's how they proceed forward that really moves forward from the situation. And